Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the second match, second week, season 51. And we lose round one. That was kind of inevitable. It was the strongest roster in the bracket. But I had some hope because his participation in 3v3 is pretty weak. He's a territory war player. He doesn't have a lot of Grand Arena Omicrons at all. And his Grand Arena history showed a situation where he usually only played the final match. But he decided to participate, and I couldn't keep up because his defense was really tough. And it took me a lot of attempts to grind through it, but I was pretty proud of that because nobody was full clearing this guy. He did not have any full clears in the history, and to be able to do it, that's always an accomplishment that I'm shooting for. And in terms of my defense, we only got one hold. It was back here. I believe it was back here. Yeah, Zorii here grabbing hold, and that's why even if you have lower gear on a Zorii, you can very regularly pick up holds with that squad. It's a really high quality squad that a lot of players will underestimate if you don't have them at relics. Our next opponent is Propa from Brute Squad. His GP is at 11, so about 300k more than me. Zetas, he's got 2 more. I've got 3 more Omicrons, but he is third in the bracket with Omicrons. I'm first. So he does care about this game mode. 8 GL player. He has a healthy amount of relics. One of the better accounts in terms of relics in the bracket. I think he's 3rd or 4th. And then his overall depth is looking pretty good. What really matters is the relic distribution. And we're actually in a pretty good place here. Tied on the tier 9. He's got a small advantage on the tier 8, but I actually have the advantage on the tier 7. What really creates the difference is he has a bunch of tier 6. He has more tier 5s, but he has several at tier 3 and tier 4 as well. Like, these are kind of like intermediary zones that I would not be treating as way stations, but he's kind of stopping. So with mods, his mods are weaker. I've got a pretty big advantage on the top 25 average of plus 26. He's at plus 24. Top 500 is pretty huge as well, where I'm at plus 18.5, pretty close, and he's at only plus 15 of an average. And then you see the counts. He's got 9 25 plus mods, like single digits. That's pretty crazy. 20 plus, kind of same deal. I've got 130-ish more than him. Got a bunch more of the 15 plus. Just, we're seeing significant differences here. And then Datacrons he's not participating in. This is all very surprising to me, because if you're going to have this many Omicrons, it means you care about this game mode, but then that's not being reflected further down here with the Datacron participation. Bit of a surprise. Maybe we're going to just see a lack of conquest characters as we get further down. I looked at this earlier, but I can't remember. Now, he does have a bunch of tier 8s and tier 9 relics on his GLs. That's something I'm actively working on. It's going to take a while. With Omicrons, we're looking at Malgus, Raddus, Iden, Starkiller. We got Dash. He's got a lot of Amis on those characters. And I would say overly concentrated, where 3 on Malgus, 3 on Starkiller, but he doesn't have Aphra. So he's 1 weapon weaker there. He's got 3 on Swolo, doesn't have Third Sister, doesn't have Malgus, doesn't have Mando Bow or Bane. So I do think this is a guy who doesn't care for Conquest, but he does care for this game mode, and he's dropping triple Amis on certain characters, which means his Amis are much more concentrated than me, where I've spread out my Omicrons, but I also have a number of characters that are not available to his roster. Looking at the rest of these characters, he did just unlock Jededict Calcestis, and he's got a 5-star Darth Revan and a 6-star Profundity. So this is a roster I'm kind of surprised he's as high as he is, where he is on the bubble of being in Kyber 1, but he's missing a lot. He does have 8 GLs, he does have relics in some good spots, but he's missing really like every recent character. A bunch of conquest characters are not available to him. So I've got some advantages here. I would imagine he's probably doing well just because of participation. I feel like participation in general in the game has been slipping as of late. And this guy, Propa, he does have a history of participation. I do expect him to play, which is good because it's really disappointing when your opponent doesn't attack you, especially in Kyber 1, Kyber 2. You really expect more participation because it takes caring about the game mode to maintain that that status. Looking at the quality of his modding, we're looking for like Echo and Dash in between those characters. We need to organize by speed, and so we're right there's Echo, who's at 305 speed. Dash is at 295, so somewhere in between here. And he has 18 characters with Marjade at 301, R2 at 299. So very shallow in terms of his characters modded above 300 speed. You can see most of them that are above 300 speed are GLs, who are just going to automatically have that status. So we're seeing a lot of slower characters here with Scout, Watt, Piet, like Drogon, CLS, all below the threshold, and I'm going to have some big advantages here. You can see even some of these characters like Rex, Starkiller, Maul, CRex, well, just character after character, I am going to be having that mod advantage. Now I have no idea when he's going to attack, but hopefully he already started, but I won't be saving it for the morning. We're going to do it right now. I didn't remember to make one change that I wanted to make. I wanted to take the Grogu CRON off of defense. I forgot. This territory didn't touch. We didn't touch anything. I've got old man back today. Real sore back. All right, we got Maul, Grogu CRON. I have taken it off since because I've got Relic Grogu now. I wanted to test this out. And so next match, you're going to see Bo-Katan, Grogu, Paz at Relics. I put Bam in this place afterwards, but that's going to be the next round. So Malgus, all this we're not touching. I did look at changing the Biggs CRON, but I left it there because it has the level 6 ability I want for the Rebel fighters. Back wall, unchanged. But Grand Inquisitor, Darth Revan, Ewoks, Zorii, third sister. And with fleet, the standard 3v3 fleet that it only exists like this because I haven't changed it and I kind of just like having a strong offense with fleet these days. Now, my opponent, what has he left me? He's got Rey with the Rey CRON. We have faced this before with just Starkiller. We won, so I'm not too worried about it. And we got Malgus, Geos, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. I have faced this before in 3v3. I think last week, and I don't remember what I used. But you know what? I think I used JMK. So we might retain JMK here so that I can take out Moff Gideon. Then we got CRex. But that does mean we need to, or actually there's no Jabba. Or maybe there is. We got Qui-Gon, Grand Inquisitor, Nute, Lord Vader, and Sortie. I almost want to use Bane here, but we're not going to. We're going to use Aphra. Just because I don't trust my Bane yet, because it's Relic 5, and I tried it last match up against Alea. It was almost there. Maybe we want to do it. Do I want to do it? You know what? Let's just do it. I want to feel it out more. And I think, but this match is going to come down to banners. He has so much on offense, though. He's going to muscle through some things if he wants it. Now, the question is, do I want to do this or not? Now, let's just do Aphra. We're just going to two-hit it. Actually, no, I'm going back on it again. We're gonna Bane this up. This is why. We're gonna two-hit this regardless. Let's use Maul, I guess, because we have to. Because nobody else I want to use with him. I don't expect this to work. Because I need to, or I have since. Some of these abilities have been re-rolled, or the level 6 has been re-rolled. I'm working on some of these stats right now. But Aphra isn't going to beat him in one. So I can't use Aphra to beat Lord Vader. Aphra will get through Maul and Royal Guard, but I'm going to have to clean it up. So if I'm going to have to clean it up anyway, let's go with Bane, because I'm sure Bane will at least take down Maul and Guard as well. And then at least we're getting some new data. And then again, this guy's got questionable modding, so that might help too. So let's go with the cooldown manipulation. I am going to do advantage, but I'm tempted to do an AoE. Now we do the AoE. Alright, Maul's gone. AoE. Royal Guard's gonna go down in a moment. Alright. Come on, go down. I think we're good. I'm thinking that I'm glad we made this choice. Yeah. Because now we are in a situation where we've got a huge advantage on Vader. Yeah, because I left him at Relic 5 because I just like to do this incremental testing so that I can actually give you guys some advice on, do I think high relics are necessary or not? Now, high relics are necessary for Leia. And maybe they'd even be necessary for Lord Vader if this squad was modded better. But at least right now, that was strong enough. Now, I mean, obviously that's with the CRON, so maybe this information isn't going to have a lot of longevity, but that gives me the start I want. Next week, he'll be at Relic 7 or Relic 8. Now, we're going to go up against Rey, grab our Starkiller, and we will take an Empire CRON, and I've been using this IPD one because it has the stats I want. Now, when we did face the Rey CRON last week, we didn't go up against JTR. Now, this might be a little bit more annoying because JTR is liable to get that evasion up, and we might have issues managing JTR. Let us. This isn't evadable. So let's hit Rey. We'll do our AoE, land some debuffs, and then we need to get to work on Rey. That's triggered. Let's hit Swolo. Okay. We are going to heal up and let's try and go for the stun. Okay. Come on. There we go. That's triggered. Can we stun JTR? We gotta get rid of this. They inspired from Rey. Okay, that's gone. Let's dispel the crit hit immunity. Let's get some offense up. Can we land any debuffs on JTR? Okay, we're gonna heal and try and take out the two of these guys. Oh wait, that's not gonna, is that gonna work? That's one Rey here. Now she's back. I need to hit Jade. I'm doing this wrong. Alright, we are gonna go here. Alright. Come on. Can we do it? No, you're gonna die now. Nope. Alright. We'll have to clean it up. Fine. Right. But Swolo's gone. That's something. We can JML it. Oh, the GTR is going to be really annoying with that too. Let's just keep going. This we wanted to JMK. So Cat, Kenobi, maybe a Jedi CRON. No, those are spoken for. No, actually this Mace one's not spoken for. Let's take it. Okay. Let's reset. Take out Moff Gideon. And we're good. Alright. This should be the rest of those oh wait, it's not. Come on! Let's just get fully charged. None of this matters. We've already won this. Let's just trip it now. Okay. We'll do Kelleran here. That's his job. No, not that. Actually, does his CRON want him to be a leader? Well, his CRON... No, it doesn't, because his CRON's not even that good. It's really basic. But when you have a character... So we get... Yeah, it just makes him a little tougher, a little bit more survivable. And he's going to crush this. And I now know that I've been overly cautious this entire time with Kelleran, because I kept thinking of this ability as a revive and not a savior. So we get to be far more aggressive now. Which one's the cleanse? Wait, other ally? Yeah, I don't want that one. This one? Alright, we got a little dispel. Let's get... let's throw an ability block down on Malgus. Alright, we'll hit Talon. Yeah, we've... did it anyway. I guess we're always taking out Talon before we can one-shot Malgus, so it doesn't really matter. We also have way more offense right now with the CRON with that level 6 ability. Geos don't matter. CRex, we've got some options, but I think we're going to want to give it a moment. We're going to churn through some of these teams. These are some weak teams. So how do I want to play this? What I'm expecting on the back wall based on his history is Iden, bounty hunters, like Bossk lead bounty hunters, and Tuskens, Mon Mothma with a Biggs CRON, like really standard stuff for the most part. So we can play this really however we want. We can almost just muscle through this. Oh, this is what we gotta do. We gotta figure out where we want to do our testing. I want to do Gungans again. What did we use Gungans up against last time? It didn't work, but it was also something much stronger than what would have been ideal. I just didn't have a lot of options up against the last round opponent. So there was CRex and what else up here? Geos. I don't want to do Gungans, Geos. Let's head below. Maybe one of these would Gungan... Oh, you know what? Let's do Gungans. Let's do Gungans here because they have separatist bonuses. So let's see those in action because maybe the separatist bonuses are going to make them more survivable. Now there is one issue. I didn't fix my mods on Gungan Boomadir were set before he was at gear 11. And now that he's at gear 11, he's way too fast. So I need to fix that. Because Boomadir shouldn't be going first. So I think what we're going to do... What does this do? What does the basic do? Tripled if he's already shocked. Does anything stun? No. This is a turn swap. You know what? Let's take the turn swap, go to Boss Nass, and just get this working. Now, this is a bunch of debuffs, but is anything... Okay. Yeah, so this is going to remove turn meter from everybody. Didn't really seem like it did. It did from Django. I guess maybe it's resistible. Alright, we are going to do this ability now. Yeah, this will be pretty good. Let's... Alright, we've marked Nute. Nute's down. Maybe we should be going after B1, but... Yeah, so we got 4 stars, gear 11 on everybody. We've landed shock over there. AoE true damage and a stun. I'd like to throw that on Django. Alright. Yeah, so all those counters brought down B1 a lot. We can completely take out B1. And Alright, this should stun. No, that's triple damage with the shock. Now I'm worried about Django. Because we've gotten some stuff, but we didn't really get enough stuff to survive Django. He could just march through and cause damage up against everybody. You can see we are down to 1 health now with Boomadir. I should be trying to take out Nute. Don't die. Alright, this... Nobody's got shock, but that's not doing any damage. Oh, man. Come on. It's not happening. Yeah, so I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing low gear 3-star. Well, we don't have the tank yet, but maybe in 3v3 that's not the squad. Not quite there. Not like Bad Batch. Like, would Bad Batch beat that? I'm trying to remember. Like, Troopers would beat that at Gear 11. Okay, let's start taking stuff out. Alright, let's do Sortie first, because that should be Bad Batch. Although, Grievous might be changing this. No, I think that's safe. Alright, Bad Batch. Let's get our standard squad. Let's grab a CRON, some sort of light side CRON, and... yeah, let's do max health damage. We'll do this one for the stats. And actually, we're going to swap out Tech for Wrecker. Because in this comp, Wrecker's the better option with Droideka assisting. Alright, let's AoE, get our taunt up. We'll go stealth. Yeah, we're taking that hit. Do I want... I almost feel like hitting Grievous and getting that buff immunity where we can throw it on Droideka. Now, we're just going to play this as we normally do. I just like... I get concerned about how some of these things go. Alright, we'll swap to Echo. Okay. Definitely feel like Wrecker was the right choice. Max health damage, also the right choice. This should take out Grievous. Grievous got VIP'd, so he came back even though we took everybody else out. Alright, let's take him down. Now, Grand Inquisitor, we could Traya, Qui-Gon, let's just do Jedi Knight Revan on Qui-Gon. I want to keep better squads for other things, at least for the moment. And I don't have another good Jedi. These are spoken for, so let's go light side and, let's take this. There's not going to be enough debuffs for the max health damage, and at least with tenacity up from Yoda, that'll technically happen. Alright, we will... swap. Spread some buffs. Okay. AoE has happened. We'll rip out Qui-Gon. Alright. Feed turn meter. Okay, and now we'll hit Anakin. Awesome. Yeah. Nothing to be concerned about here. Ouch. I think we're gonna just do the Sith trio. But traditional Sith trio. We're gonna save Savage. Just can't think of what... Like, there's technically things like Raddus, but Raddus is on defense. We can't use a CRON. Alright, take our hits. Yeah, we can increase cooldowns. There's 2 debuffs. Oh, we got 3, which is nice. Okay. Second sister? Okay. Like, you don't have Traya, or not Traya, you don't have third sister, just use seventh sister. Alright, Grand Inquisitor down. Held by hatred. I did take Nihilist to Relics because if you watch any of last week's, well not any, if you watch one of the matches from last week, I think actually 51.1.3, the final match of the week, I had saved the Sith trio to take on Seer, Junda, Malgus. And not even the Sith trio, it was Savage in place of Scion. And an AoE for Malgus ripped out my Nihilus. And I was just like, I can't be risking losing Nihilus like that anymore. So Nihilus was brought up to Relics. But we still have Gear 12 on Traya and Scion. Now I will most likely take Traya up to Relics. Scion though, even though Scion, I have a real big soft spot for Scion, because Scion was like, well, really just the Sith trio in general. Not Traya because I wasn't in a guild that to get Traya, but the characters of Scion and Nihilus, I went after them pretty hard. Alright, how do I want to deal with Nute? I almost want to just Wampa this and be done with it. What would do it? Well, plenty would beat it, but what would beat it super... You know what? Let's just Troopers it, because I don't think I've been using Troopers a lot lately. Because I don't need... Dark Trooper Moff Gideon's going to be taking Scout and Moff Gideon. Really? That's all I have with Empire Crons? Really? Let's just do a dark side one then. Okay. And then we'll check to see if he's made any changes to his back wall. I would be pretty shocked if he did. Alright, we're gonna do these. We need Django to take some turns. Alright. Okay, there's one. This is our turn meter. And here we go. Let's check out this back wall. Kind of was hoping for more from the Gungans. I was really hoping for that Gear 11 viability. Although I did say my mods were wrong. Maybe with the right mods we see better usage. Alright, you know what I want to do? I haven't gone up a resistance cron with Night Sisters and Zorii. So let's do this right now. Let's do my normal counter and see if that cron changes things. Let's check which cron too. And it is whenever a debuff. We'll see. Maybe we'll see. That might be a good cron for them. Alright, definitely bringing Merrin back. We're going to do this. We need to use some of these abilities early on. We'll do this to try and land a stun. And we get it. Now we'll go with this. Let's go with Zorii. Alright, now we're going to work on taking him out. Don't die. Okay, let's bring him back. Little worried now. Stun. Okay. So maybe things are going to be a little different. I'm taking this match way too casually. Because I'm giving him a lot of leeway to catch up. Let's use some of our new toys, because we got a lot of new toys right now. This defense is so weak. Well, one here, there's a standard counter I like to do up against Tuskens, and I like to showcase this because it's one of those things that I stumbled upon, and I like to showcase the things that I stumble on. We don't have enough Sith crons. Alright, dark side it is. Would I want that? No, let's just do the max health. Alright, we jump into Merciless Massacre, and now we're going to start throwing around debuffs. This will very quickly eliminate Chieftain and Shaman. This is much tougher with Warrior as well, but Warrior's not here. So this is an easy one. We'll truck this. Can we get a turn? Yeah, we don't take him out, so we don't get our free turn. Get advantage. We're not going to use those abilities yet, because we need debuffs on these characters. Should have targeted somebody else, because we did successfully have a debuff there. Let's AoE now. No, nothing. Okay, debuffs are important, so we're going to leave that debuff. You gotta be careful taking people out because it cleanses those debuffs. I need the debuffs. Alright. We need the debuffs because that's how we're going to get Loyal Hand. Alright, jumping back into this, we will... Yeah, we're gonna take out Raider, do the No, we don't land any, and then we'll do a basic. This chieftain's taking a big hit. Chieftain's usually gone by now. Alright. Don't you dare die. We have never been in this position before. We're gonna chuck it. I was kind of hoping to heal more than that. Oh my god. She saved... That's right. She saved me. They've never beat me before. Let's do this. And that didn't do any damage. Oh my god. I think part of it is Chieftain didn't go down like he usually does. Alright. Let's just take down everything. We'll be serious now. That's not going to do anything. Let's just do this. Alright, we're focused on range trooper. We don't have a taunt to worry about, so we can just auto. And let's talk some nonsense. Shogun's still being pretty fantastic. That's that we've been watching. Still need to watch the final episode of Invincible, but Invincible's been pretty good. Oh, I watched the first Equalizer movie, because somehow I watched all those movies in reverse order. And they're fun. They're the type of action movie we used to get a lot of, and we rarely get anymore, and I miss them, and I enjoy them. It was dumb and fun, and exactly what I wanted. And Denzel's just good at certain things. Now, I don't... Oh, I restarted to rewatch A Band of Brothers. I think every 5 years I'll get in the mood to watch it. It's just a fantastic show. I don't know what it is about right now, but I just felt like watching it again. Because I've watched so many post-apocalypse shows getting ready for Fallout. And really, like, Silo, I told you guys about Silo. Silo is so good. Do I need to worry about this CRON? What do you have? Nope. Let's Wampa it. Dark Side and... I guess. Kind of wish some of our testing would have given me positive results. Like, it's still valuable when the testing gives poor results. But a few things I was expecting to work out just didn't work out. Like that Vader thing, though. It just never fails me. I have been considering taking Vader to R8, though. That might motivate me to do it. I wonder, maybe it's because... No, why would Aurora have made that much of a difference? Like, I know he did it because he has the character at Relics, but... Yeah, I don't know. Boom, we're done. Just killed it, Wampa. You know what? We can do our JTR Swolo thing here. That works. That's one of our go-to moves. We'll grab some sort of light side crap. We have so much stuff right now. I should have put some of this stuff on defense. I wish this did something that I actually cared about. Let's do this. Yeah, so this is fantastic because we can just go after Zam right away. Boom, awesome one hit. Put JTR under stealth. Do a couple hits, and then Boba Fett. Just being able to ignore taunt, ignore protection. Just great job by Swolo. Hit Boba Fett. And there we go. Let's auto. Yeah. So I think next week I finally get Fallout, right? But we've been watching a lot of those post-apocalyptic shows. We're still going to work on Walking Dead, Dead City. But really the highlight, I mean there's been two highlights. Station 11 was a highlight, but also Silo. If there's anything that I could ever talk you guys into watching, it's Silo. Silo is so good. Really loved it. Alright, we got... I think we're going to come back to those things. Because both of them are weakened. They're not like true testing situations anymore. Let's just work on taking this out. Let's start with JML. And we'll do Anakin and... yeah, just a standard Anakin. Or not Anakin. Luke. Alright. We will AoE. We land an ability block, which is nice. And let's throw a Master's Training down. Target Ray will do a... does this not let stuns happen? Is that what's going on? So we're getting the stacking offense. Okay, whatever. Alright, we triggered a damage immunity. Come on. Triggered a second damage immunity. And now we'll AoE, that'll take out JTR. Second Master's Training, and now we will work on eliminating Ray and getting to our ultimate. I'm terrible at the keeping attention to who I'm throwing inherited teachings around. I really don't even pay attention to it. It's a very terrible thing that I do. Being so bad at keeping track of it. Alright, let's do that. Trip our alt. Okay, this is one. Yeah, let's get some assists. And we don't quite get it. Let's equalize. I guess let's just throw some of this around while we wait our turn. Alright, we take it. Okay. No! I was hoping to keep him alive. Come on. Alright. Okay, that goes fine. I guess we're just gonna use our stuff. Like, we've been doing this. Well, you know, it's just the Kelleran CRONs is so good. Yeah, let's just keep doing it. Kelleran leads an option. We used that up against Leia for Leia cleanup last round. But this is good up against CRex, and you can do this with a 3-star Kelleran. Oh no, don't be dumb. Alright. Let's hit 5s. Get our assists. Alright, will this do it? You know, with all the protection I have on you, everything that's going on, you'd think that attack would do more than that. Like, I was expecting that attack to be, like, crazy. That's really, actually disappointing. Although the basic's doing a lot. Is that attack map based on protection? Yeah, it's equal to 20% of his max protection. We have some crazy max protection going on right now because of the CRON. Like, we have plus 100,000 max protection. You would think this ability would do bigger damage. Now, it was fine up against CRex there, but up against 5s, like, 5s took that no problem. I don't know. What do we want to do? Let's do trench. We got all these crons and this weak defense. I should have done Sidious. Let's do Sidious. Sidious is way more fun, and I'd rather do Sidious up against a full squad. Okay, and we AoE. He's gonna cleanse in a moment. Right there. AoE again. At 3. Gonna counter to 4. Counter to 5? No, not quite. Not, this should do it. Right there. Everybody takes their turn and dies. Just great. Really fun CRON. Aphra and Starkiller seem to be some of the better options to use it up against. Alright, let's clean up this junk in the back. This lets Vader. No, let's do Aphra. So look at, we have so much left for offense. Now, we did opt for weaker counters, and we could have just used strong counters, but I could have just put some of this on defense, too. Just don't touch the wires. Alright, we AoE. Like, Aphra's potency is eventually going to get to a point where this just blows up. Okay. Alright, we do our AoE. This will trigger one of these. Can this just take down Chieftain? Why is Chieftain taking so many hits? Just die. Oh my god, Chieftain. What relic level are you? Do an AoE. We get stunned, so we can't do our thing. Well, basic, because I don't want the assist. I don't want to get... We're gonna basic AoE every time. What is going on with you, Chieftain? Are you taking... Like, it's not that much protection up. Alright, AoE. Just another AoE. Now the protection up is at least gone, but he's probably going to take a turn in a moment and get it back up. I will do this to knock him down, which will give me an AoE ability. Come on. We're at 840 potency. Alright, we're going to do this one first. Now this one. What is going on? Okay, now, die, 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 die. I cannot believe that I need to check that chieftain's relic levels. We'll see it in a moment, but that was just nuts to me. It's only relic 4. Let's do my ultimate list, Lord Vader. Oh, we still have Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. We're not gonna do that. It's not fun to me to use these teams. Some of my counters weren't working. Even with this guy's weak mods, my counters weren't working. Now, I do hope he struggles up against my defense, but he does have a ton for offense, because this is a weak defense. Despite the amount of holds that we allowed him by doing the testing, this is a weak defense. Which means he's set down what, 3 GLs? So he's got 5 GLs for offense. Like he's not gonna have issues. I wonder if we put Dark Trooper Moff Gideon on defense. Because we can... Now that we've got Kelleran and a few more crons, I don't really think we need Dark Trooper Moff Gideon for offense. And we've got Bane now. We're going to change my defense. Alright, we're going to do the Chimera because this is just a fun counter. Leviathan would be the smart thing to do. It would be the safe thing. But that's not fun to me. Alright, we'll do target lock here. I don't want to trigger the taunt too early. Alright, Defender comes out. And let's land a stun on Mando. We will Dispel. And we will remove Turn Meter. And keep removing that Turn Meter. And drop buff immunity onto everybody. And I think we'll do our little... You know what, let's do it over here on CAD. I might regret that. Alright, we'll hit Bossk. Awesome, Bossk is down. Alright, CAD's down. We're going to use Chimera to take out Razor Crest, so that's why we're going after all these other ships. Okay, there's two. Here's a stun. You can probably cleanse now if that happens. Don't touch the wires. And here we go. This is a great counter. It works up against like every fleet. Works up against the Leviathan. Like, I don't. What does it work up against the profundity? Maybe it doesn't work up against the profundity. That I gotta double check. But it's just a great counter. It takes a strong Leviathan to stop it. All right, let's use Leviathan up against the Chimera. No, stop it. Okay. Stop touching it. Can you just relax? What she likes to do is she likes to rub her face up against the screen and move the screen around. I'm currently just holding her down and trying to get through this match. Also because she's laying down on the wires, and if the wires move in the right way, the audio cuts out and doesn't come back. Alright, we'll AoE to get some stacking stats. You know what? Let's do this because that might just take him out. Yep. And there we go. Alright, we're going to do Comeuppance up against the Finalizer, because with how weak my Raddus and Resistance characters are, it's the only counter that works. Or, I mean, it's the only fleet that my Comeuppance can beat. That's a more correct way of phrasing what I said in very poor. And I'm really glad they notified me, because I don't have Comeuppance on that preset, and I almost went into this battle. He can clear my fleet, no problem. Yeah, we could lose this match. We could definitely lose this match. We goofed off too much. Does this cleanse? We're just gonna do this. Alright, we will remove turn meter I guess from here, because we don't have a choice. We're going to lose the MG100. Alright, we are bringing out the Comeuppance. Okay, so expose goes down on everybody. We will... I think we're going to hit Kylo. Wait, we need expose on that ship. Alright, that was... maybe we should have went after... what's his face? That was an awesome AoE. Alright, drop the deflector shield back on everybody. Okay. Still, like, didn't exactly go the way we wanted, but it still crushed it. I think things would be a lot better if I had relics on Rose and Resistance Trooper. But we got a decent banner total, despite goofing around a bunch. Not great, but we'll see what happens. We have enough of a tricky defense that maybe we can trip them up in a couple places. But we'll check back in the morning. Propa shows up and gets the win. Unfortunately, we didn't get the holds that I was kind of hoping for. He did have a pretty strong offense, though his defense was a little weak, and some of that testing was probably caused some of the differences here, although I think he would have won regardless. So we were able to get a hold with Leia. In the back territory, he was able to one-shot all of that, and in the front territory, we were able to pick up a hold with Bossk, and this is why Bossk is on defense. This happens like once a season, at least. Same thing with that Ewok team that very regularly picks up holds. So you see we got 2 holds overall, and when I look at the way that we played offense, there's one match we threw away with the Gungan testing, with Gungans here up against Nute. That one we could take back and get 15 points. But the back territory, these holds weren't going to change. I was always going to do Vader up against this, and here Zorii, I was always going to do Night Sisters here. Although maybe in the future I won't with the Resistance CRON present. So we were always going to get held up twice, and then this front territory here, I was always going to play Starkiller here. So there's 3 holds that I wasn't going to be able to alter with my play. Even though with an extra 15, we would have been pretty close. Like, technically, with 15 points, we win. So maybe we may have dropped a banner or so, but it was a winnable match had I played a couple things differently. I don't know if the Gungans testing would have made the difference. Maybe, maybe not. But I also don't take back any testing. I am always going to throw in that low gear testing with a new squad. I just want to know what's going to happen. But Propa, excellent job. He set down a defense that was good enough, but he kept so much firepower on offense. He wasn't able to fall for any of my little traps. Had he set down a stronger defense, I actually think we pick up another hold or so. But thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.